Sometimes life doesn't go the way we plan it. You think you have it all figured out, but suddenly everything changes. And that's exactly what happened to me. But let's start from the beginning, because my story didn't begin here.
Hi, my name is Gio. I was born in Japan, but my heart is Brazilian. My family moved to São Paulo when I was a kid, and for years I thought that was home. But then, at 16, I found myself back in Japan, a place that felt both familiar and foreigner at the same time. After high school, I started working in a factory. Day after day, I did the same thing. It was safe, it was stable, but deep down I kept asking myself, is this it? I knew I wanted something more. At 19, I made a decision that changed everything. I chose to volunteer as a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. My purpose was to serve others, share a message of hope, love, and happiness, and in the process transform not only their lives but also my own. It was during the pandemic, so instead of traveling, I spent 18 months sharing my faith through video calls. It wasn't what I expected, but it was beautiful. For the first time, I started discovering who I really was, and without realizing, it was also improving my Japanese and English. It was hard, but it gave me something I had been missing, purpose. After my mission, I had a plan. I was going to move to Utah, study, start fresh. But life had other plans. My Japanese visa limited how long I could stay outside the country, and the situation got complicated. My dream fell further and further away, and suddenly I was stuck again. So I did what I always do. I worked it. It wasn't easy, but I had a new dream, and I was willing to do whatever it took. So I took a bold risk. I booked a last-minute trip to Brazil for a few weeks to take beauty courses, and I absolutely love it. That's what I discovered, something that made me feel alive. I love the idea of making people feel good about themselves. I wanted to study more, so I set new goals, new beginnings, new challenges. I saved up, sold everything I owned, and I bought my tickets to Australia. And when I landed, it was magical. I made new friends, was getting ready to start my new career, new experience, discovered some amazing beaches, had a great job, and was genuinely happy. For the first time, I felt like I was in the right path. But then, reality hit. The student visa rules changed. My job ended. I have to move out the place that I was staying. And suddenly, I was back to square one. I have two choices, stay and struggle, or go back to Japan and rebuild. And so, I made a choice. I decided to go back to Japan. Before going back, I made one last stop, Utah, for my best friend's wedding. It was a chance to reconnect, to see if I could find a new path. Then I went home. It felt like waking up from a dream. Did I make the right decision? Was I moving forward or going in circles? Eventually, I found a job in Kanagawa, Tokyo. A factory job, but this time, something was different. I realized sometimes the path isn't straight. Sometimes you have to take detours, lose yourself to find yourself again and discover your full potential. If you ever felt lost, if you ever had to start over, know that you're not alone. And maybe, just maybe, this is the beginning of something even better. If you want to follow my journey, subscribe and tell me, have you ever had to start over? Comment below.